Hey there, welcome to the Loose Lumiere channel. Today we're doing our March reading. Typically for March 1st, or for the first of the month, I like to just get an overall feel of the month. And today's no different. It seems to me that two decks may want to talk to us today to give us the overall energy of March. Let's go ahead and use our new deck, who is chatty. Ha! Women. I'm gonna use our Goddess Orlick to let us know which goddess or goddesses, I suppose, may be tag teaming with us, walking next to us, guiding us this month towards our highest good. Please, may I have that, please? Since y'all want to be chatty, chatting it up. Alright, thanks. Oh, at last. I'm singing at last. At last. I think that's Ishtar. Ishtar, girl, why you stay falling on the floor, honey? And then she flipped into the reverse. So I think we will read both of her meanings. I'm so sorry. My nails is janky. Ishtar, communion. Let's look at it. At last. You know, I feel like there's a goddess and an animal. I'm not going to say Black Panther. I don't know. It would be pretty cool if it was. Alright, let's see. Yeah, number 23. Ishtar. Ma'am. Ishtar. Her reverse meaning, her alignment meaning her message is when you refuse to see the signs, it can ultimately take you down a path you really don't want to be on. When red flags indicate something is not quite right, it's not a sign to jump in with both feet. It says this is not for you. This is not yet. This is to be revealed. If you choose to move forward stubbornly, you could find yourself back in an old lesson you'd rather not face again. When you are attached to an outcome and unable to see another option, you might say, the Oracle said this wasn't in my best interest, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, fuck. I feel like this is reading my life. The truth is that the goddess Ishtar is offering this alignment task for you now. Trust that the wisdom in the universe will provide with perfect form, but in divine timing. This means you might have to wait for a while, reconnect to your partnership with the goddess, and trust that you will not be left behind. This connection is at the core of everything. And this is actually something that I've been reading this book. The more I learn, the more y'all learn, right? The more I learn, the more my vocabulary expands, the more my concept expands, the more and better my higher self can tune into and tap into multiple resources for me to deliver incredible messages that are credible messages to you that make sense and really reach the core of what you're going through, as opposed to the same old shtick, right? So there's this book, and it really is so funny how the simplest fucking things are what we need to hear. In the book, it was saying your abundance does not come from money. Your abundance does not come from love, personal relation. Like, yes, it does, right? But like, if you're feeling a sense of lack, it's not necessarily going to come from these things that we have. It's going to come from source. when you are looking at a job to provide for you the money that you need, when you're looking at your business to provide for you the money that you need, when you're looking at this side hustle, this thing to provide you the money that you need, to provide you the comfort, the safety, the feeling, if you're looking at a person to provide these things for you, not to say that you always fail, but it's a little bit misguided. You'll always be wanting more because these sources are limited because they're earthly, because they're what they are. If you're looking to a person to provide everything and everything and everything for you, I'm a human being. And if someone needed me to provide everything and everything and everything for them, that shit's exhausting. I don't want it. I don't want to sign up for that. Where is the sign out sheet, right? Can I clock out, please? It's exhausting. Think of mothers and babies, parents and new children. Children are fucking exhausting. Human beings are not this endless well of energy. We need sleep. We need to clock out every so often and rest, right? Even our jobs, they can only provide so much. Sometimes you're capped over how many hours you can work depending on the kind of job you have. And even still, you may not be physically able to handle all the work being given to you or all the work needed to do. We are finite. And so what the book reminded me of is the most basic principle, which every single oracle card talks about. Turn to spirit, turn to God, turn to the universe, turn to the ethereal, turn to source. But I was in my bath. I was taking a bath. And I was reading the book leisurely. So maybe it's because I was in this extra perceptive state, or maybe it's because it was talking about it in a different way that I was able to be like, oh fuck, I look to XYZ, ABC, 1, 2, 3 for certain happiness when I should be looking at God. Honestly, God is my source. I need to be asking him and going to him and praying to, now God, universe, use your preferred, a rose is still a rose word. But it was really powerful for me, and I had to stop in my shower in my bath and just be where in my life am I not turning to God and asking him to be my source, asking him to, working for him and looking to him to be the provider of what I need, as opposed to these earthly things that he gives to me to be the provider of what I need. But it's just there. I don't ever want to be that channel that says only look at the universe, only look at God. No, because we're still people. We're human, and God uses people, experiences, things to guide us to where he wants us to be, or to where we're meant to be, where our higher self wants us to be. So there's that, but I definitely felt like I wanted to stress that very important and basic thing where turn to God, turn to source, and ask and know that is the true source, not this external stuff. Because how often is it that you've needed something or you've wanted something and it's happened for you out of the blue? It's come up out of the blue. That's God's hand, That's not something that you could have thought of. Yeah. Something along those lines. Now, with Ishtar's message in protection, in her alignment message, she's saying this month, if you're getting signs that no, or not now, or not yet, don't push it. Don't push it. Because you may find yourself in an old lesson that you don't want to do again. This is kind of disheartening for me. Given certain things I've more or less decided to do, but we'll see. But I feel like this is a good kind of gentle warning over how to go about doing and not doing certain things that we don't want to fall back into. Whether it's, I've really been needing to do a pattern reading, whether it's your pattern of turning to food as a source of comfort, whether it's your pattern of whenever you get sad, not doing the things that you said you would do, the promises that you made to yourself, whether it's falling back down and reconnecting with someone who not in your best interest to reconnect with at this time. Whether whether that comes in the form of romantic or even career, where because you feel like you're backed into a corner and everything is telling you no, don't go back to this employer, you still go back to that employer or this experience or this friend group, this friend person, this thug life, like yeah, like that kind of thing where it's like this is not in your highest power right now, or you feel like it's not, and you do it anyway. Like there may be some repercussions to doing that. And it's annoying because whenever we're sort of backed into a corner, we're backed into a fucking corner. It's not fun. And you want to do something to get out of that corner, but it says right here, with perfect form but in divine timing, like trust that the wisdom of the universe will happen to it will happen in the time that it's meant to, which is really, really hard, again, when you're backed into a corner. However, it says this means you might have to wait for a while, and that sucks. Waiting when the world seems to be going haywire and you have no control over it is a real thing. So I'm with you on that one. Let's go ahead and read the empowerment message. Your intimate relationship with the invisible world is being called upon right now as you enter unfamiliar environments and situations. It's time to commune with the great goddess, the aspect of the conscious universe in her most collaborative form. The world then becomes your oracle as it opens up and communicates everything you need in the form of signs, omens, and messages. Now is the time to pay attention to synchronicities in those moments when logic and reason fail to give you the full picture. The Mesopotamian goddess Ishtar reminds you of the time in her ancient temples when her priestesses served as oracles, communing with the goddess and imparting wisdom to the people who sought guidance. Look at everything in your life as an opportunity for communion, losing the need for self-centeredness, connecting to spirit in a sacred, intimate way. You will not pray on your knees as a supplicant. You engage the great goddess as a partner in co-creation, participating in the making of worlds. No one needs to rescue you when you act empowered, aware, and awake to the wondrous miracle you're a part of. So that empowerment message with all those words kind of says the core of what the original message, not even the original message of the alignment message, but the rambling that I sort of went on of being connected to spirit. So that's pretty fucking cool. Come through. We out here. High five. What I want to add is I was with my dad the other day, and he accidentally touched a pot on the stove, a plate on the stove that wasn't on. It wasn't supposed to be on. It's typically off, right? It wasn't supposed to be on by any means. This one was on, but like these others weren't. So somehow he touched it and he burnt his hand. He burnt his finger. Ow, 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 ow. And I'm like, oh my God, my daddy. So we took care of it, got him some ice, poured some water on it. He sucked on it and everything. He's so cute. He's like a little boy. And sorry, I'm fangirling over my dad. And so we put some ice on it. He was in pain. He was like, man, I'm supposed to go to the building site tomorrow and lay some bricks. Without saying too much, my dad is ill. He's not feeling too well. And it's just the most counterintuitive thing for him to be laying bricks, okay, when he's unwell. And I'm just like, that's just a massive fucking red ass flag. Are you seriously gonna lay bricks? Yeah, of course. I need to lay these bricks before I leave. He's taking a trip somewhere. Yeah. And I'm like, is that really the wisest thing to do? For you to lay bricks a couple days before your trip has already been postponed, and you burn yourself on a pot plate that's not even supposed to be hot. Don't you think this could be a sign? And he's like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, Dad, you're ill. You're not feeling well. I don't think it would be a good idea for you to start laying bricks. He's like, yeah, you're right. I'm like, is it really that important? He's like, yeah, no, you're right, but still gonna do it. The next day, he was waiting for the foreman to come and bring extra help, but the foreman called him or something, communicated with him, and told him, hey, I can't come. I didn't find anybody, so we're not coming. Now, that's another sign to me of a little red flag. Hello, don't do this today or now. Because he was going to work with whomever gathered around to lift some bricks and do some work. Now, to me, I'm like, Dad, you burnt your finger yesterday. He's like, oh yeah, look, it's fine. I'm like, still, you burnt your finger yesterday, so you can't like lift stuff with a burnt-ish finger. Maybe that's me being super delicate, but burnt-ish finger. And not only that, but the foreman didn't bring enough people for you to like help them because they're short-staffed to build, to help lay bricks. Doesn't that give you a sign? Like, wouldn't just, for a moment, wouldn't you consider this a sign that you shouldn't do this? And he's really disappointed, obviously, really sad about it. He really wanted to get this stuff done. Like, it's really close to his heart that things are done before he leaves on his trip. But I'm like, Dad, this is a sign. And I feel like when I was reading Ishtar's message of the red flags and following the bouncing ball, of the world being your oracle, the world guiding you and showing you signs of no, this way, not this way, that it's something that we need to look out for this month, so as not to fall into some old shit, or to continue to perpetuate certain things. So I feel like a way for us to circumvent those things is to be in a little bit more connection this month, to enter into a little bit more connection. This reminds me, the year's card is cougar spirit or something, the mystery. And this card mentions a little bit of the mystery as well. But I know in one of the dailies previously, meditation was something that came up, and I'm feeling that that's, at least for me, that's something about being friends with quietness, being friends with silence, and just connecting to nothing, connecting to the black hole, connecting to the passive energy, passive space, where you don't have to be doing anything, be anything, you just are nothing, and you embrace being nothing and everything at the same time. Actually, there's a really good meditation by a coach I really admire that was just profound, which is exactly that. Not putting any music on or a movie on and just sitting in quiet, maybe even closing your eyes, and that's scary. I know I was doing a breathing exercise with my younger brother. I was breaking out, like I had a conglomerate of, not even pimples, like just some shit on my face next to like my mouth, which is like stress and hormones, and I had a lymph node swelling in my throat. It felt like a marble was there. And he was like, are you stressed? And I'm like, I don't know. And the thing I hate about myself sometimes is I can't tell when I'm stressed. My body has to tell me. And I hate that, because my body shouldn't have to be, I should be looking out for my body, not like I have a thing about that. In any case, he was teaching me how to breathe. And I was like, damn, you can't learn, it's the most basic shit, like, I know how to breathe. I've done meditations on the membership that I've recorded for y'all, and all that type of stuff, but he was teaching me a different type of breathing technique, and I was like, oh shit. And so he's like, lay down. So I lay down on his bed, and he's like, okay, put your hand over your chest and your hand over your stomach. And he put my hand over my chest, and he put his hand over my hand on my chest. And he's like, okay, now breathe. And he was showing me where to breathe from. And as we were just breathing, y'all, I started to feel like I wanted to cry. Now, thug life, I'm not going to cry in front of my little brother. Okay. But it was something inside me that just wanted to be paid attention to, or wanted to be released. So I say that to say, and this is extreme. This is extra. This is more so something that I would rather say in the membership, because I'm going on and on and on about it, and I know people there want this kind of info. For someone who just wants a daily quick read, like, this is too much. But I will say this since I've already started. Um, when you are in that space where you are in that sort of dark space, and when I say dark, I don't mean negative, I mean empty, okay? Where you see nothing. When I close my eyes, I see black. Some people see colors, some people see white. I didn't know this until I asked people what they see, and I was like, holy shit, look at God. Um, what I want to invite you to do um, is to sit in that space, and you're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to want to get out of that space, but just sit in that space and allow whatever is being dormant come up for you, because that will help clear up, um, not to say blockages, but clear up any blockages that are debris or that are plugging up how best you can communicate with the world at large, how best you can see through things, how best you can connect with the world and with your vibe and with your essence and with your energies and the energies at large. That's something I'm really getting, and I'm saying this as much to you as to myself for this month, because it seems like there's. I know for me, I need to do that for myself. So if this is something that may resonate with you, oh God, and you know what? Shit, girl. March 5th, honey, is Lent season, baby. Oh, do you know how much I love Lent season? Lent season is fucking, do you hear it in my voice? Lent season is like Christmas season to me. It's usurped Christmas for sure. Fucking love Lent. Lent is the shit. Lent is the best time to do like fucking heat, just everything, girl. We gonna be lit. I need to do a special Lent something. Oh my God, I love Lent season so much. I love Lent so much. You have no idea. It's a great time to commune too. Oh God, Lent is a time when Jesus is like in the desert and he's like he's being tested and he's just in a quiet space and the devil's all up on him and he's like, nah, man. Oh, dude, I'm fangirling. I need to stop. In any case, I love Lent season. Lent season is like helped me just turn things around last year. I was going through a good ego death and dark night, and it was during Lent season, which makes me feel really happy because I knew I wasn't alone, because like Jesus was going through it too. But it's nice to know that I'm not walking alone. Like I'm walking with my Messiah. Like it was great. It sucked, but it was great. So yeah, man, come through. Lent starts this month, the 5th of March, and it would be a great time to commune if you do that. If you don't, man, do you, whatever. But I'm gonna be doing it. We're gonna be going through it, hopefully on the channel, yeah, just connecting in a deep way. And Lent takes place over 40 days, I think, not counting weekends. So it's a good time to see if there's something that you can judgment card, offer up, and in order to regain. But sometimes you don't have to give something up. You can take something in. Obviously, there's something to this for that. So if you do give something up that's meaningful and know why it's meaningful to you, not just candy. How many people give up candy over Lent and it's meaningless? After Lent's over, they take it. Every time I've given something up for Lent, it's literally a goodbye, because after Lent is over, I never feel the same way about that thing. So there's that. But as you are maybe looking at something to gracefully release this month, for Lent, or whatever, adopt a sense of prayer. It's during Lent that when we release something that's been holding us tightly, when we're craving it, so to speak, if I use those words, when we begin to crave it, wanting to do it, we pray. We pray for strength, and that's how we strengthen our relationship with God, because we're going to Him instead of going to the thing that we are wanting, right? So that'll be interesting. Come through, Ishtar. Thanks, babes. Commune with the Holy Spirit. Commune with Spirit. Commune with the universe, whatever arose still arose to me. Do what you got to do this month. That's come through. We're gonna end this now. This is a long daily. It's a monthly, really. So happy March. You know, au revoir.